This is More Rainbow Life, a series designed to help you get to know us better. Hi, I'm George Ryon, founder of Rainbow Life. Thank you for taking the time to watch this episode. Who is our founder? It's part of our series, More Rainbow Life. It's a way to help you to get to know our agency better. I will be answering a series of questions about myself. So let's get started with the first question. That's a big question. I can answer that in 4 parts. First, I definitely think of myself as a father. I have a 2-year-old born through surrogacy, and he is the most important part of my life. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I still can't believe it's happened. I love watching him grow. I love seeing him do new things, and I just love being his dad. Next, I think of myself as a teacher. I've always enjoyed learning new things, and I love sharing knowledge with others even more. I was an elementary school teacher for quite a few years, and I have a lot of fond memories of that time. My dad was also a teacher, but he taught me a lot as my father. That's why education is such an important part of Rainbow Life. Next, I think of myself as empathetic. It's something that I inherited from my mom. She was full of life, caring, big heart. She loved spending time with family and friends. And unfortunately, she passed away 13 years ago. And she never got to see me as a father, something that she really wanted. Next, I would say I'm soft-spoken. In college, people would call me Mr. Rogers. I don't think they meant it as a compliment, but that's the way I took it, because Mr. Rogers was a great man. Before I started Rainbow Life, I earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education. And with that, you receive a certificate to teach in New York State. But I didn't start teaching at that point. I actually started a job for a large international company, where for 8 years, I traveled to many places. I met a lot of interesting people, and I had opportunities that I wouldn't have anywhere else. But it wasn't rewarding enough. I needed something with more purpose. So I returned to education, where I started teaching. Most of those years were spent in kindergarten. Kindergarten is a fabulous place. It's a mix of a lot of things. It's social development, emotional development, first experience with education and learning new things. They start to learn to be even more independent. And you get to see them grow and learn things almost every day. It's similar to being a parent. And I will miss those days. But in order to keep my certificate, I had to earn a master's degree. So while I was teaching and fostering, I took classes online. Fortunately, it was an option then. And I was rewarded with a master's in instructional technology. I have been known to work many jobs at the same time, especially before my son was born. I drove people around. I watched other people's kids to earn extra money. And after I had my son, it was a goal to work from home. And it happened to also coincide with the pandemic, and it also happened to coincide with New York State passing the law on surrogacy. It seemed like a perfect opportunity to start an agency and share my experience and help others become parents like I did. I had a long, complicated journey to be a father. First, I have to mention my four-legged fur child. His name was Bing. He was a greyhound that was so gentle and full of love, and I really missed him. So, next I was a therapeutic foster parent to 3 children, and then I was a match for a private adoption for an infant. All of those were unsuccessful at an adoption. At this point, my emotions were spent, and I needed to regroup and rethink. So I took a trip to New Zealand. What an amazing trip. It was just what I needed, just at the right time. Next, I was introduced to the possibility of surrogacy. And as you know, I was successful, but that did take quite a long time in itself. I had to have a lot of perseverance to be a father. And I also had to have a lot of help. From family to friends to reproductive endocrinologist to my therapist and my agency, and most importantly, without my egg donor and surrogate, I would not have the child I have today. And I am very grateful to them. My surrogate didn't give me a baby. She gave me the chance to be a father. I see Rainbow Life as an extension of my many years of public service as a teacher. I don't see it so much as a business service, but more like a social or public service. When you have a child born through surrogacy, like I have, a child born from the heart and care of another, a stranger really, you can't help but be moved by it. It's an experience like no other. It's an experience I hope to share with more families. By making it more affordable and more attainable, I hope to make other families grow, families like my own. You see, I don't do this so much as a way to become rich in money, but rather more a way to become rich in personal reward. Rewarded by seeing families grow through surrogacy where they wouldn't have been able to otherwise. My wish is for everyone to have the family of their dreams.